Hey, it's Brett. Well, this is Tuesday night, so regular Tuesday night schedule. That's hip stuff. I'm going to start and blast her, and there's the puppy. Hey, you can't see her. When last I was recording, I think the puppy weighed, I don't know, 25 pounds. She's now up to about 60. So the puppy has gotten bigger. Here we go. So, Alexa, 5 minutes timer. Oh, that's a bit much. Oh, yeah, it's too much. There we go. That I can live with. This is a complex and compound stretch. So my right side I'm flexion, I'm getting the hamstrings really nice. I'm sorry. And then on the left, I'm in an extension and I'm getting a stretch on my quads, but also I'm getting all the way up to my rib cage here, which is really nice. So generally speaking, I want to be wet noodle. I want as much of my body loose so that I can calm my body because this is as much about stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system through breath work, through calming yourself down, to sitting quietly with discomfort. Sometimes you can use your skeletal structure and lock so that I'm very using very little actual force. But the nice thing is I leave this arm loose and my weight tends to be pushing this more open. It is somewhat tiring, but I can do this. There we go. Oh yeah. And just that subtle change moves the stretch just a little bit, but it's in the muscle bodies. So it's a compound because I'm doing both flexion and extension at the same time. Excuse me, chest, would you please get your butt out of my face? Thank you very much. And then it's complex in that there's so many muscles involved. Once you get above six muscles in a stretch, that's complex and compound because I'm doing two different stretches simultaneously. The reason that's important is because it's so many muscles and such a big area, you tend to want to go longer on this stretch. So this is more 3 to 5 minutes as opposed to like 2 to 3 minutes. you work your way up. Now, when I started doing this pose a couple, like 3 years back, I had a stack of pillows right here because all I wanted to do, I didn't have the arm strength to hold myself, and I just wanted to open up here. And so slowly over time, by starting with pillows, I was able to remove the pillows halfway through. Then I started adding them in. Then I moved the pillows back here. And now I'm to the point where I generally do it without pillows. So over time, you can build up both strength as well as you get better control of your body. So you learn how to not use energy. This is through practice, slowing down, breathing. Alexa, stop. Ah, it's already 5 minutes. That was quick. Okay, now, ooh, I'm in this one pretty good. I am old and I need to come out of these slowly so I don't actually pull or tear a muscle. Yikes. There we go. Okay. Once I get it back into position, it's fine. But part of what I'm doing is I'm deliberately destabilizing muscles. So this is considered yin, though it's not yin. I'm not doing yin yoga, not the same thing. I'm doing science of stretching, but it's done after yang. So I will not do anything strenuous. Like I won't do anything like I won't do pull-ups or push-ups after doing this until tomorrow morning. I mean, 4 hours. You do destabilize your muscles. So you would not want to do this, for example, and then go on a run. That's the exact opposite. You would do this after your run if you wanted to. Okay, here we go. So, since I just said science of stretching, wet noodle. I already mentioned wet noodle. So I'm trying to relax as much as my body as I can. Again, same thing on this side. This is building up arm strength. It's also, I'm also working on getting my wrists a little bit of flexibility here as well. Passive tension over time. So I'm using my arm to hold my body up. This weight's going down and it's pulling here. And so I'm getting a stretch both on my left and my right side. So that's the passive tension over time. Breathe to relax. So the way to do that is you inhale to a count of 4 through your nose, exhale through your mouth to a count of 6. In doing that, you'll tend to emphasize your parasympathetic nervous system. And what that allows you to do is be in discomfort, physical discomfort, but otherwise be calm. And you're training your nervous system to say, this is okay. And what that does is it relaxes the muscles, it reduces the reflex response. And so these things called sarcomeres, and I can't show you sarcomeres because I need both hands to do it. So maybe later, are able to relax. Oh, wow. So wet noodle, passive tension over time, breathe to relax. And then there's a couple more that I think should be principles. One of them is uh, so sometimes I'm doing yoga poses, sometimes I'm doing something else. The principles are I'm trying to get my body into a position where I'm stretching something, but I'm letting gravity do most of the work so I can relax into it and breathe into it. So it's not how it looks, it's how it feels. And right now I'm getting a huge stretch in my hips. Let go a little bit deeper. See. I'm adjusting my weight just a little. There we go. I made some subtle adjustments in my arm and my shoulder, and then also my neck to change my weight balance. So I'm feeling it a little bit differently. I'll just let this arm dangle. There, that's pretty good right there. So it's how it feels, not how it looks. And the last one is you got to go from where you're at. So, sometimes there are some poses where like a couple weeks ago, I was trying to do cliffhanger and my left shoulder just couldn't take it. So after about 3 minutes, I had to bail. I love that pose. It's one of my favorite poses. But I could have either stuck it out, egoed it through it, and probably done something to my rotator cuff, or I could instead just stop. So sometimes you got to realize your body's not able to do something, so find something close or something alternative so that you're still moving. Because movement is medicine. A little bit lower here. Now, you might notice I move pretty slowly, and that's deliberate. If you move too fast, you might get a reflex response, which means your muscles will tighten up. Ah, sarcomeres. Your muscle fibers look like this. And when you relax, you're basically allowing the sarcomeres to relax. So you get the muscle fibers that you have become looser and they're able to relax longer. And then over time, if you also add new lean muscle fiber and you stretch it, you'll get able to get more and more flexible. I haven't recently done this, but I should go back and look at some of the early videos, even though that was still 2 years in when I started doing those videos. But I've made, I think, substantial progress, and it comes in fits and spurts, but I'm still getting gains even after 3 years. Now, I'm also using the Neo Rhythm. I don't get anything for saying that, but it is a uh, electromagnetic device that induces different frequencies on the brain, which are congruent with things like, in this case, parasympathetic nervous system stimulation. So I'm electronically stimulating my brain. I'm not doing the breathing very well, but it doesn't matter because my body is definitely stretching, so I'm relaxed enough. And then move it back this way a little bit. And I'm going to lift my torso up to push it back. There we go. Right hip is getting a nice stretch right now. I curve my body a little bit. There we go. And then relax into that. That's nice right there. Getting a really good stretch on the right hip. I mean, I'm getting great stretch all in a lot of places now. This can actually put me to sleep, but I would not fall asleep in this pose. I can certainly get tired. This is why it's great to do this right before going to bed. Be putting myself to sleep. Did I set a timer? Hmm. Alexa, how much time is left in the timer? Ah, boy, I didn't set a timer. Okay, well, you know what? I have no idea how long I've been going for, so oh, hmm, well, I'll find out when I watch the video, I suppose. Hmm. Wait till the end of the song. Now, it turns out this is my less flexible side. So it's reasonable to go longer on one side. Maybe you go like 4 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on another. So I know I went 5 minutes on the other side. So, if I go 6 minutes, that's fine. Uh, there is a law of diminishing returns. You can go longer. And for this kind of a thing where you're working in the hips, actually, more than 5 minutes isn't crazy, though you really got to work on it to get much more out of it. Now, when I'm working on the side splits, I definitely hold that longer. And I've only recently gotten back into doing that. And I have made progress. I'm gonna say, I think for me, side splits is more of a journey. I don't know that there's going to be a destination, and that's okay. It's good if I get asymptotically closer and closer to something in my recollection I once was able to do. But you know what? The body changes as you get older. Oh God, this is crazy. Okay, I think I don't have that's long enough. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a second to come out of this. Yikes. Ah, okay, that was maybe a bit too long, actually. Mm, Yikes. Yeah, that was too much, actually. Okay, yeah, there we go. Ooh, yikes. All right. The last pose in this set, butterfly. I'm gonna do it a couple different ways. Hi, Penny. Then join me in the video here with this. Gonna grab this as well. All right, let's see. All right. We'll go wide here. 1, 2, 3, 3 3/4. Give myself a little bit of room to move. Yeah, that'll work. Alexa, 3-minute timer. I'm going to do this in modes. Oh boy, that's good already. Hmm. I thought about doing this. Oh, right now I'm targeting my hamstrings and my lower back. I'm also getting a little bit in the hip joints, but not so much. Well, my left side is Alexa, stop. Okay, my left side is really talking to me. Okay, so I'm gonna come up really, really slow. Okay, now I'm going to then do something a little bit different here. Okay. I'm now this time aware that I'm not on timer, but I'm just using the song as my timer because I'm going to do it for, 3 or 4 minutes. Hmm. Saw something here. Take a second to adjust. Not sure that really helped much. I'm a bit off the ranch right now in terms of the science of stretching. Okay, I think that's more than plenty enough. Yeah, at least those just a second. Mm, Okay. That's what I want to do before I go to bed. Oh, there's something I want to do. I need to have this return to video. It'll cover the mic. It's already works bad enough. Oh, it's nice to have that little lint sheet there. Chess, why didn't you tell me? That was my fault, I know. Let's see. Just a little bit of knee work. Again, I'm just now doing a few other things just for the heck of it. I kind of feel like it. Oh, that's my right foot. The tendon there. It's just on the edge of saying no. So I'm gonna have to stop for a second. I need to support myself back here. Sorry, buddy. I'll come back. I'll hit you some more. Ooh, ay, ay, ay. Too much on the left knee inside there. Nope. No, no. This is back to number 5. You got to go from where you're at. And I did a little bit too much there, so I'm going to come out. My left knee is talking to me, and I'd rather not do any more than I already have. Right here. 6'10". No, it's not bad at all. First time I didn't listen to my body, I tore my shoulder and stopped for 6 months. So I'm sort of cautious now. So I did too much, but I'll be fine. Have to make sure to monitor it. All right. Good night.